What's up, real MVPs? Ricky Widmer here, and welcome back to another Ricky Widmer show right here on MVP Sports, where I kind of talk about what's going on in sports from sometimes the weekend before, some days it's just the day before, but Monday through Friday I take you guys through everything that I want to talk about in sports, and today it's a football show. We're football, and football all weekend. Football show. Before we get into everything, make sure to hit that like button if you like what you are seeing today. Hit that sub button if you love it. And remember to ring the bell. Ring the bell to stay notified with everything I'm putting out here at MVP. Also, special kind of thing. If you haven't checked out my NFL mock draft, I'll try to remember to put the little thing that comes up that says it. But you can go to the MVP main YouTube page. Check out my mock draft. First one for the NFL. And boy, is it a doozy. Go ahead and check that out today. But let's get into what I want to talk about. And there's a couple things that happened over the weekend in the NFL that I want to mention. And the first thing we have to talk about is the last thing we saw for the entire weekend. And that has to be the debacle between the Washington Commanders and the New York Football Giants. Because how that game ended, absolute pandemonium. First off, Twitter went ablaze. With, is the NFL rigged? Are the refs just bad? Because refs have kind of been under fire a little bit this week. In the NFL side, you had what happened yesterday. And then you also have on the NBA side, there were, I think, two games. One of them was the Grizzlies Thunder game. Another one, I want to say it was Warriors T-Wolves, but I know the Warriors were involved. I don't remember who they were playing. Same ref in the NBA, though, where in the Grizzlies Thunder game, it was Ja gets tossed. I think at this point, Taylor Jenkins just needs to say to Ja, hey, not saying you're doing anything wrong, but don't even look at a referee. Don't talk to a referee. Just do this, because every time he even looks at a referee, they blow a whistle, double T him, and throw him out of the game, it seems. So if I'm Taylor Jenkins, I'm just saying, Ja, do yourself a favor and just don't even acknowledge them. They're not even there. But in the NFL, the refs are under fire because there were two plays back to back. Well, were they back to back? I think they were almost back to back. One was a second down play that then got called off because of it, went to third down, and then obviously the fourth down play. So yeah, it was second down and fourth down. First off, on second down, if you missed the game, you haven't seen anything, Terry McLaurin on the outside had to be lined up on the line of scrimmage. Two times you see him look over to his right, ask the official there, hey, am I good? Or look for some kind of clarification. Hey, am I good here? Gets that clarification because obviously he didn't move. Gets called for not being on the line of scrimmage. Second down play doesn't happen. Boom, we go to third down. I believe at that point it was, I want to say they got into the end zone. Yeah, because that was Brian Robinson got into the end zone. It's like, oh, cool, we're going to have a two-point conversion to get it. Nuh-uh, not going to have that. They get pushed back, third down now. Bad play, doesn't result to anything. And then fourth down. Fourth down in the end zone. Can't remember which DB it was for the Giants. Draped all over. I want to say it was Curtis Samuel. All over Samuel. Kind of like, to put it best, it was like the DB for the Giant was cosplaying as Doctor Strange's cape. And he was like, I'm just gonna hang on. I'm just gonna wrap you, bud. I'm just gonna wrap you. I'm gonna put my arms around you so that you can't even, like, Samuel had a hard time even putting up his hands to go ahead and catch it. No PI called. And this is where I stand. I know there were a lot of different polls on Twitter. Is the NBA rigged? Are the refs just bad? I think this is a problem in officiating when it comes to any sport. Any sport, you have refs like this. I can't remember if it was Michaels or Collinsworth that basically said well, the ref doesn't want to make a decision at this point in the game. And I look at that and I go, okay, I understand as a referee not wanting to, hey, I don't want the game to come down to me. I want the players to play. But at the same time, if one of the teams does something that's blatantly against the rules, like in this case, it is blatantly pass interference, you gotta make that call. Why are you out there then? What's the point of having referees out there if at the most crucial part of the game, they're not going to go ahead and make that call? Second off, and I know that someone's going to come out and say, well, Ricky, it was an unreviewable play. Second off, the NFL, why is that not a reviewable play? It is a crucial moment. I don't care if this is like a VAR soccer situation where it's like, oh, VAR is taken away from the instant celebrations. Get the damn call right. If it's pass interference, just signal down, hey guys, let's take a look at this. Let's make sure we got it right. I don't care if people in the crowd who are at the game are waiting like, oh, well, did we win? I don't know. We're waiting. Get the call right. That's all that matters. And that's just what it comes down to. I think that this is so bad because this isn't just a play that magnifies this game. This is going to be a play that if the Commanders lose, I think they still need to lose 2 out of the next 3, but if they lose enough games and get hopped in the standings by the Detroit Lions, or if the Lions lose and they get hopped by the Seattle Seahawks, we will be coming back to this and saying, hey, this is the sole reason why the Commanders did not make the playoffs, because this call wasn't made. Now, to be honest, the touchdown doesn't win them the game. They still needed to do a 2-point conversion. However, I just don't get how a ref, you're there to make the call. This is a blatant call. That call needed to be made. They screwed it up. I just don't get it. I don't get where we get. I get not wanting to make the game about you, but if it's a blatant foul, you got to make the call. But let me know what you guys think down below about this. Which side are you on? First off, is the NBA rigged? Am I just talking for no reason? Is it rigged? Bad refs? Second off, how do you think we fix this? Do we make it just every play like that, no matter what? Hey, it's reviewable, and they go to the review after the fact. Let me know what you guys think down below. But now let's switch it up. Different team. Some of these are going to be shorter. That one, I'm sorry, big part of the show. I was ranty a little bit about the Commanders, but we now have a game that happened yesterday. Bucs led at halftime. Boom. Bengals came back, beat the Buccaneers yesterday. And the reason why this game is interesting is because both South divisions kind of becoming a little bit of a story. I was going to talk about this later. I'll bring both of them in now. What's going on with the NFC and AFC South? First off, on the NFC South side, you now have the Buccaneers, who I believe, I don't have it in front of me, I believe now they're only a game ahead. I want to say a game ahead of the Falcons and the Panthers. I'm going to bring this up on my laptop so I can see it. Actually, no, I think all 3 teams. So you look at it, the Bucs right now, they sit at 6-8. You have the Panthers, who are at 5-9, the Saints, who are at 5-9, and the Falcons, who are at 5-9. So yeah, one game back is the rest of the division. Thing that's going to be interesting here in the NFC South is that the Buccaneers do not play the Saints anymore. So all of that is solidified. Tiebreakers are set. If it was 1-1, we go to different tiebreakers, but tiebreakers could be set. No extra chances for the Saints. However, the Falcons still get a shot at the Bucs. The Panthers still get a shot at the Bucs. I want to say, this is off the top of my memory, the Bucs, I want to say, have the Cardinals, then the Panthers, then the Falcons. I'm going to fact check myself. I want to make sure if I get this right. Yeah, they have the Cardinals, the Panthers, and then the Falcons. Cardinals on the road, Panthers at home, then the Falcons on the road. There is a chance that the Bucs could lose this division. I don't think they lose to the Cardinals. The Cardinals have been bad. They're eliminated from playoff competition, but if the Panthers and the Falcons this week they could be getting a gift. They could be getting a gift if Lamar Jackson is not healthy and they get a Lamarless Ravens team. There could be a chance that the Bucs are heading into week 17, heading into week 18, having to fight for their playoff survival. Because the only way any of these teams are getting in if they win the division, and the Bucs could lose the division, and we could see Tom Brady out of the playoffs this season. Then on the other side in the AFC South is getting interesting because Chargers beat the Titans, which makes the Titans now 7-7 on the season. It's interesting because also the Jacksonville Jaguars went ahead and beat the Dallas Cowboys in overtime yesterday. They now sit a game behind the Titans. And the key thing about this is both of them with 3 games left they both play the Texans, and I want to say they play each other too. So the Titans down the stretch, they will have the Texans, the Cowboys, and the Jaguars. That means that each of them, because I know the Jaguars play the Texans as well, each of them gets to play the Texans once. Each of them will play each other once more time as well, and that will be week 18, the last week of the season. So it's going to be interesting. These two South divisions may come down. They are obviously the worst divisions in both of their conferences, but it just blows my mind that the Bucs could lose this division, and now the Titans could also lose their division. But let me know what you guys think. Who wins the NFC South and the AFC South at the end of the year? I want to know what you guys think. Let me know down below. And let's move on. It's a topic I do not want to talk about, but I have to mention it. So, the Vikings. We won. That's it. Just we won. But the thing I need to mention about the Vikings, if you're new to the show, I am a Vikings fan. And I will say, join the Discord down below. Great time. We had Kai in our Discord throwing it out to me at halftime. Hey, how you feeling? Da-da-da. He used the Peter Parker gif of Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. Then the second half happened. We won. And, of course, you knew that I hit him with the gritty. Hit him with the gritty all day. Yeah, that's my white man gritty. Deal with it. But the Vikings here, I was going to ask the question, should Vikings fans be worried? And yeah, I'm kind of worried, guys. I'm kind of worried. And the reason why is this game, to me, is the epitome of what the Vikings are. There are 2 teams at this point in the season, 2 teams that we could see either week, either half, either quarter, either second. There's the first half team, and then there's the second half team. The first half team we saw against the Colts, the offense couldn't do diddly squat. The defense couldn't stop a nosebleed. It was just bad. Defense can't stop anything. Offense can't score. That's the Vikings at their lowest. Then we saw the second half, and it's literally the best Vikings that we can see. Offense can score at will. Defense is holding their own, because I still don't think our defense is that great, even when they're playing lights out. But it just depends to me. I'm worried only because I don't know which one of these teams. We're in the playoffs. We won the North, Kings of the North. But I worry which one of these teams I'm going to be able to see in the playoffs. And when you're a team that's this flip-flop right now, like, ooh, I don't know which team I'm going to see, it doesn't give me confidence that I'm going to see the second half team each and every game of the playoffs. I've said it before. I do not think the Vikings are a Super Bowl team. I'm going to be hella happy if they go to the Super Bowl. Do not get me wrong, but I'm not putting the Vikings in my Super Bowl right now. I mean, the Eagles would probably be my favorite from the NFC just because of what they have done so far this year, complete body of work. But I'll be honest, I'm kind of surprised by the 49ers. I honestly think that the 49ers are going to have a decision to make if Jimmy Garoppolo is healthy because Brock Purdy's looked good. Now, I'm not saying, like, I know there's stuff on Twitter where people are like, oh, Jalen Hurts really has to play lights out for anyone to respect him in the media. Brock Purdy has 2 okay games, and the media is like, oh my God, we love Brock Purdy. First off, reason for that is everyone loves the underdog story. Jalen Hurts was not Mr. Irrelevant, was not a guy who literally had to fight his way. Like, they signed Nate Sudfeld, gave him a contract. Brock Purdy impressed them enough in camp that they said, hey, Nate, you're out of here. We're cutting you. So people just love the underdog story. Eagles fans, don't let that, like, phase you at all. Jalen Hurts is an amazing talent. But yeah, I just look at the Vikings right now, and I don't know if they have it to be consistent enough to win in the playoffs, win consistently, get to the Super Bowl. I think at best we're one and done. We win the divisional, lose in the I'm sorry, it's different now. Lose in the first round, or win in the first round, lose in the second round. Like, I just don't think we have it to go all the way this year. But other Vikings fans, let me know what you guys think. Am I being a Debbie Downer? Should I be worried? Let me know in that comment section. And then last but not least, the final thing I wanted to focus on from football this weekend. The New England Patriots, baby. The Bill Belichick New England Patriots. And here's my thoughts on this, because I've been seeing a lot of articles and a lot of people kind of saying like, oh, the Bill Belichick era is done. Here's one, I don't even know if it's a question, if it's just an observation, probably just an observation. I know that a game isn't just a microcosm of one play, but I remember watching the final play. You know, the one that's been a meme, that Chandler Jones just running over Mac Jones. What happened before that? What happened which led to Chandler Jones getting the football? It confused me, because one of the things that we have heard about Bill Belichick teams is how disciplined they are, how they don't make stupid mistakes. They're a team that's going to always make the right move, and they're always going to be smart on the football field. I remember watching that, and when the first lateral happened, I did this. I went, and I looked down. The reason why I looked down was, first off, I had to I was like, wait, it's a tie game, right? Yes, it was a tie game. Then I looked, I was like, it's triple zeros, right? Yeah, it's triple zeros. I'm like, why not? I'm like, guys, why not just take it to overtime? Then the second lateral happened. I'm like, guys, what are you doing? Just take it to overtime. You don't need to win it on this play. It confused me, because Bill Belichick, like, that was not a Bill Belichick team. That's not a move that a Bill Belichick team usually makes. And hey, maybe that's an example. Hey, the Bill Belichick era is done. Maybe we even look at it that this Patriots team, the Patriots that we see now, are not that disciplined team that we used to see from the Patriots of old. Because there was no reason why the first lateral had to happen. There's no reason why the second lateral had to happen. That's just undisciplined football. You're tied. Take it to overtime. Some people, hey, you don't want to take. There's no way you were winning it. You didn't need to Music City Miracle that game in order to win. Take it to overtime, win in overtime. It's just, that's my 2 cents on it. It was weird to see a Bill Belichick team make a move that was that stupid. And yes, That was a stupid mistake. But that's going to do it for the Ricky Widmer show today. Like I said, probably shorter than our usual show, but let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Was there anything that I missed from football weekend that I should have talked about? We can have that conversation down below. Lions fans, I got to say congratulations, keeping your playoff hopes alive. You had the Lions, really, if you're a Lions fan, you had a perfect week this week. You won your game. The Seahawks lost on Thursday. And of course, Sunday Night Football didn't end in a tie. All you were hoping for is that it did not end in a tie. Now, Lions fans, the ultimate perfect week will be if the Rams lose tonight. If the I know it's weird for the Lions fans and any of us from the North to root for the Packers, but if the Packers can win tonight, your draft pick, the Rams pick, will be solidified and be even lower. That's what you want. You want the Rams to lose. So I guess for Lions fans, go Pack go is what you're saying tonight, even though it kind of cringed, like my heart, my brain kind of cringed up when I said that. But let me know what you guys think down below for anything I talked about today. Remember, hit that like button if you like what you see today. Hit that sub button if you love it. Remember, ring the bell for notifications so that you're always notified of what's going on here at MVP. I want to thank you so much for watching. I will see you tomorrow. And as always, have a good day, everybody.